As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening, but all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They go play action here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. 7, Vikings, nothing. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On the give is Nwangu. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
So a nice run right there, and worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence, but this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that, because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. From the gun, Brenner.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll look to throw here. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. These two teams all tied after one.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run the counter. Barlow. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw on 2nd down. Brenner. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Weber. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Vikings 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Here's Nwangu.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
42-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brenner. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Off the play fake. Brenner. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Brenner. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Play action. Brenner. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line.
Vikes take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, Brenner escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Brenner drops it off for Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw on second down, Brenner. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll set up to throw. That ball complete to Isabella.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Is good. Makes the score Browns 28, Vikings 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right?
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Check. Fresno. Kill. Watch twist.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw again. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this one is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brenner. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to have a Browns first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
At the 8-yard line.
Back to throw. Brenner.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Vikings 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 74 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.